From the highest of highs to the lowest of lows. The Red Devils advocates unite to give you yet another show. Andy joined by Akira, Sean, Tyrone, and Amrit. Full house once again. How is everyone?
I want a new defense. I just want to buy a new one. Straight up. I'm just saying it now. We need to buy a new whole centre back. I don't care. Sell all of them and buy new ones. I give up. Actually, you know what? Stop. Not even there. We're not even stop there. I'm going in straight and early. Defensive coach needs to be sacked too, bruv. Whoever's working on defense needs to be sacked. I don't care who they are. They need to be sacked. Because I
Well,
don't know. I just don't know how you're making sure covering guys in the box when Cavani's there, bruv. Put him there. Like, the man can't jump. It's like Sean's pro club character. He can't jump, bruv. Put a taller man in defense. Like, right there. Like, no,
wow.
I'll leave it. We'll get to the Everton match, but we'll work our way there. But,
Yeah, so I wanted to make sure we put some shine, rightfully, on the Southampton game because, like, it's human nature. It's human nature. Everyone knows how to, dig out their team when it's time to like roll out punishments. But I don't think, as human beings, we do enough praising when people do good things. So I think we should give some time to our team who battered Southampton. I think we've only done this once before. And I think we need to talk about this match as well. So, who watched the Southampton match? What are your thoughts? Ty, welcome back. Kick us off.
They got peppered. Every
Thanks
single one of them. Southampton got peppered, bro. We were ruthless, bro. You know what? We were so good that our centre backs were at the edge of their box, like for most of the game. It was kind of weird seeing that, bro. They always at the touchline holding on to it, but this time we actually were like, we put a dome around them for the majority of the game. It was quite nice to see. It was enjoyable, because our team don't normally do that, because we don't trust our defense. But that game, I don't know, bro. We were like, we pulled something out of the bag, man. That was like quality. Shout out to Southampton. They tried all they could, And I don't want to hear the excuse of, they had 9 men. Nah, bro. If you're good enough to hold your defense, you can easily not make any goals go in. But they didn't. We outplayed them. We peppered them every chance they gave us. We peppered them, bro. Even Daniel James scored, bro.
Van der Stallion.
You know what hurts? Only time I know this man's gonna score is when he bring him on and we're already winning. That's when he's gonna score. I just had a feeling. As he came on, I was like, he's either gonna score now or later. And look what happened. He did. I don't know. Shout out to Southampton, But they got peppered, bro. We played too good for them, man. That feel bad for them though. But so I'm gonna say it. Please don't gun the teenager for the first red card, bro. It was unlucky. I'm not even trying to violate. I know people are gonna pepper him and say it was his fault, bro. It wasn't his fault. With 10 men, you can still defend. They weren't good enough for us, They were.
Yep.
Yeah. It was like we take the goal difference and stuff and the 3 points on to the next game, man. But I feel for the setback too, bro. He was out there saying Martial said it wasn't a foul. I'm like, why is Martial telling him these man them stuff, bro? You don't talk to man them like that. You don't. Man said he's in the tunnel like Martial said it was a foul. Nah, bro, he didn't say it.
Mate, you think that's not work of the ref? He said it's not a foul. Yeah, come on, mate.
Honestly, man, when he whipped out the red card, I kind of was like, the rules need to be change because that was a bit cold. He didn't need, bruv. As the commentator says, bro, we're already winning. There was no need to give him the red card, bro. We were already winning by a margin. What's the point of violating them even more, bro? Like, they have no players. I swear they had to take players out of their youth team. That's why that young guy was there.
Yeah.
And it was like, bro, you didn't need to suspend another guy for something he did. Bro, he honestly could watch the thing and see him. He didn't want to tackle the man. He legit moved out his way. And the man just whipped out the red. I was like, you know what? It sucks to suck in it, man. We take those, bro. we move on. Unfortunately, but,
we take
they're
those
not.
here.
They're not.
Sorry, I don't give a damn about the Southampton players.
They're not our centre back, so I don't
Yeah.
really care, But as I said, shout out to David Luiz as well. Kind of bad, Man didn't touch him and he got a red card, but it's okay, man. I'm just shouting out to all the red cards for today that week.
Yeah, I know. I actually wanna touch on that a bit later. But Sean, what were your thoughts on the game?
Good match. Southampton played well. Unfortunately, they got outplayed. And as Tyrone said, we peppered them. There's no coming back from the attack that we put out there. Martial finally scored after 8 games once again, scoring a goal that he had absolutely no need scoring. Like,
whoa.
He didn't need to score like.
Yes, he did. He's got like 2 goals in his whole season. He needs those goals.
Andy, you put a sitter in front of him. You put a sitter in front of him. He says no, thank you. Yeah. You put an impossible guy in front of him. He's like, I take that personally.
Yeah. It's the Drake meme, fam. Open goals. 40-yard screamers. Impossible angles. That's what he likes. He doesn't like the easy goals.
He didn't need to embarrass the keeper like that. Like,
that was rude,
he got his second goal later on. There was no need.
Mate, it's war. It's war for him, man. He's heard the people. He's heard you saying he needs to be replaced.
Imagine, man.
Getting a broom up there. He'll be better. Nah, he took that personally.
The thing is, after having that pod and then seeing that performance, I was like, what is the odds they actually played that 5-minute clip in the change room before they sent the match out?
It's a man in the screw face. I'm convinced that the players, especially the players, they do watch all of this content that fans make. It's different when you got pundits and ex-players. Some of them do have agendas, some of them don't. But when it's coming from a fan channel, that's arguably the most pure form of opinion you're going to get. So I do think a lot of them do pay attention to that kind of content. Amrit, how about yourself?
Yeah, it was a great match. I felt really bad for Southampton. I think at some point I did shout at like maybe 5 goals up. I was like, these guys have got families. But I think at that point Ole was like, no, score more goals. And I was like, this is what I want to see. That was a great match. Martial got 2 goals, which I hope does wonders for his confidence. Greenwood had a great game as well. Didn't get a goal, but had a great game. It was it's fantastic.
I thought we were absolutely immense. I felt that we could have got 10 goals though. So we could have had a 10th. We could have got a
10th. We would have had 10 goals.
Exactly. We could have got a cheeky 10th. Break the record.
We could have had a hat trick.
We could have, bruv, man. We could have peppered them 10. That would be rude though.
We know that Southampton love to concede 9 goals in a match. And it was just on the cards for them. That first tackle set the whole tone of the match. And we can say it was unlucky. It was the kids' first match. This is big man football. And you can't be making silly tackles like that. So I don't feel sorry for the kid at all. I hope that he doesn't receive any kind of abuse because of that, because that's something that I don't accept. Fair enough, you slate him on his performance. He was an absolute bonehead.
He was only there for like 5 seconds.
I mean, he got his check and bounced. But I do.
Did like a little U-turn on the field and then left.
That's
the
Simpsons.
The Simpsons meme. That was it.
I feel I just don't want everyone to blame him for that whole loss, because it wasn't actually just him. Yeah, they changed the tone, but you still had 10 men to get the job done, and people have done it before. Like Newcastle, bro, they had 9 men and they still won their game recently. And it's like, it just shows like no one should actually say it's his fault alone. Yeah, he may change it, but it's not his fault alone. They lost 9. And them losing men, you can still defend. You only need 4 men to defend your backline. The rest could attack.
On that note, though, you could actually blame, is it Bednarek? I think he's saying, I don't know how to pronounce that name. But he's the guy who got the second red card. He's also the guy that put the own goal in. He's also the guy who's the centre back who was letting in all the other 8 goals.
Hey,
man wants that contract deal.
Hey, shout out to everyone that put triple captain on him on that week in their fantasy.
Oh man, To echo your sentiments, I definitely disagree with the opinion that the kid that got sent off in the first couple minutes, was the reason why Southampton lost. I haven't seen that opinion bouncing around the internet, but that can't be the case. They had long enough to change their game plan and adjust. We've seen 10 men beat 11 men before. It's not impossible. I think Southampton tried to do the low block that we've seen many teams do when they come to Old Trafford. This time, we managed to deal with the low block, which is why I'm very impressed with our team. I was very impressed with that performance. McTominay played really well, in my opinion. Greenwood played really well, in my opinion. Totally unselfish. Jury's still out on Rashford. But Cavani, I really appreciate Cavani and Fernandes. They played really well. Martial had to do it. He's heard the naysayers and the haters. And of course, he's still got a long way to go to prove himself.
So, Andy, at what point do you call someone a hater when a man has spent 16 matches without a goal?
Well, that's why I said naysayers and haters, because some people. I said naysayers and haters. So some people have an agenda and some people don't. Some people have blatant facts, and those are the naysayers. Some people are just piling the pressure on them, and those are the haters. So, I mean, I'm not trying to shoot anyone here indirectly, but hit dogs will holler, you know what I mean? But Martial scored twice, and I'm very proud of him. I hope that he goes on to score more, because I will definitely agree with the opinion that he's not the guy right now to be our number 9. He's not proved it this season. He had a great season last season, but how long can you rely on that previous season? It's a new year. Let's go. I think that Southampton didn't cope well with the pressure that we had on them, and Wan-Bissaka scoring the first goal says a lot. We're now seeing Luke Shaw and Wan-Bissaka in the box, not as wingers, but as the point guard trying to score. You know, they're trying to get their headers. They're popping off shots. And I think that goes to show the confidence that our players have now. I think they really believe in themselves. And boy, we didn't even need Pogba in that game.
We did actually. Honestly, I think if we had Pogba in that game, it would have been. I think it would have went beyond 10.
I think so,
because he would have made a little bit more different and take a couple long shots at a keeper, because that keeper's morale was done after the third goal. He wasn't catching anything else, bro. I saw Bruno looking at man, was like, I'm gonna take a couple long shots against him, bro, man. He ain't ready, bro. You see, he hit the post a couple of times, like, man, these guys could have put like 12 in, bro. We could have broke records, man. We could have just flexed on everyone, like.
And yeah, with that victory, we become the best scoring team in the league. No other team in this Premier League has scored as many goals as us. Following from that point, do we need a right winger in the summer? Let's go with Amber first.
Can I just say about us being the top goal scorers? We only have to do that because it covers over the shithouse that is our defensive line and our goalkeeper. So it's probably the only reason why. No, it's great that we're banging in goals, but we also need our defence to
wake up.
It's true. I think a couple of those. Oh, sorry, go on.
No, I was going to say, because the contradicting fact is that we've also conceded a heck of a lot of goals.
That's
so
true.
Second half FC is great, but we shouldn't be relying on that.
Yeah, when you look back on certain games that we won just by the one goal, especially when Bailly was playing, it was him making those last-minute ditch tackles. And without him, some of those wins turn into draws or even losses. And I think, yeah, we've got a Premier League winning attack force, but a relegation side defense. And when you mix them, you just get complete inconsistency.
Yep.
You know, it's like FIFA. Our attack is 90, our midfield's like 82, and our defense is like 69. Like if Bali's not in defense, yeah, it's 69. But when Bali's in defense, it goes up to 85 again, you know. But these men, they don't like putting their bodies on the line. I feel like this is what happened. We don't have a defender that wants to. have a body that can take hits and do random stuff that can save a match without getting injured. Because some guys get
Vidic 2.0 basically.
Yeah,
That man would put his body on the line for that badge.
and he will come out in the next game perfectly fine.
Exactly. He'd have a broken nose, blood coming out of his nose. He'd be like, "No, I'm good for the next game, man. Don't worry about it."
My nose is bleeding. I don't need my nose to play football. Come on.
Let's put a tissue up there and he's back up there ready, man. Now our footballers like, my arm hurts. I can't do it. Really came back on when he was injured with a hamstring, bro.
Well, you have certain man like Lacazette, getting smacked in the back of the head and be like, "Oh, my face."
Man, just drop you like acting school, like, ref, take me off. It hurts. Then he walked off the pitch perfectly fine. Like, yeah, that's me done. I earn my pay. I don't care if they lose. Bye.
79 seconds. I'm done. U-turn.
So, I guess Sean, Ty, do you think we need a right wing in the summer? Because the attack is doing really well, but how do you see it? We've got Greenwood up on the right wing, but he's a striker. We put sometimes number 10s out there, but do you think we need an out-and-out right-footed right wing?
Honestly, I would rather wait for the youngsters to come up. We don't need it right now. Even though I know Man United are gonna go for Sancho this summer, I think it's gonna happen no matter what. If they don't, I'll be surprised. But honestly, with Cavani and if we just get good crosses in, as we've seen already, he's just been just thinking them in as they come. I don't feel like we need another attacking force. Yeah, some people may say that right side is kind of weak because we don't actually have a proper person that has that mentality of playing on the right side. Yeah, but I don't feel like we need to rush it right now. Our attacking is perfectly fine. What did I say? We need to buy defense, bro.
Yeah, I think we should buy defense.
We might have to take a page out of Man City. I know it sucks to say it, but we need to splash some cash at the back line, bro.
Liverpool bought centre backs to just cover up all their injury gaps.
Imagine that happened to us. Even though I wouldn't mind Harry Maguire taking a little knock and going away for couple months. God forbid, yeah. We wouldn't want Bally and Lindelof in defense for a while, man. While Harry's on the side like that. Man was captain, but man was injured. Oh, Bruno took my spot, bro. I don't want it. But I'm just saying, right now, I'd rather spend the money we would spend on a winger. I'd rather take half of it and spend on defense, at least, man. Fullbacks, they're perfectly fine. It's just there's two in the middle, bruv. They're still there. I don't trust them. I told you again, I don't trust Lindelof and Harry Maguire together. I don't trust them. Suspect guys, bruv. One's a hero and one's a briber. Come on, man. Yeah, man. You can't mix those two together. You need a hero and a hero. Or a villain and a villain. You can't mix. What's going on, bro? Can't do that. See what I mean, bro? Batman, or Batman's the only one that works with villains and get away with it. But he's Batman, innit? We don't have Batman in defense. We have Lindelof, bruv. He's like a second-class hero, bruv. Teen Titan level type of hero, bruv. That ain't no A-class superhero, world devastating savior. Nah, bruv. No Avenger class right there, bruv. Just pure on a street brawler, bruv. Yeah, that's all I'm saying for that. But we can get there, bro. Go on, Sean.
Sean, you need a right winger.
So, I want to answer your question, but there's also a couple of things that I want to address with Tyrone as well. Okay. So the man's talking about Teen Titans and Avengers and all sorts, yeah. But then last time he's on the pod, he's like, Harry Maguire's arse is smelling mighty fine right now, yeah, because that man is pure gold. Yeah. His face is buried between those cheeks. Yeah, being like, this is the best man since sliced bread. Yeah. Tyrone, I am done with your flippy floppiness.
No, wait, Joe, let me answer. I'll answer you right now, yeah.
No,
When I was on
done.
my sick bed, yeah, I realized I was wrong. You know, I will come out. When I had COVID and I was in my bed sick, bruv, I was just thinking about how wrong I was with Harry Maguire, bruv. I'll be honest with you. But I don't mind him there, but him and Lindelof together, as I said, I still don't trust it. But fair enough, Harry Maguire, I swear, bruv, after watching him when I was sick, bruv, I looked to the stars and said, yeah, man, how wrong I was, bruv. Yeah, man. But as I said, I found the Lord, and the Lord has guided me back to the state of Harry Maguire's trash, bruv. Straight up, bruv. Just saying. But carry on, Sean. I just wanted to answer you.
To answer Andy's question, you guys are saying that like we're now the top goal scorers in the league, and like obviously we are putting away goals. Bear in mind though, a lot of our goals came from the Southampton match, and yeah, we're outscoring a few teams here and there, but in general, our attacking trio, quadruple, whatever you want to call them, they're inconsistent as the defence. We have games where we're losing to Sheffield United on Wednesday. We have games where we're drawing with Arsenal, where we're losing to Arsenal because of dumb penalties. Games we should be winning. And the reason we're not is because of our attack. And I'm never going to take away from the things that Rashford and Greenwood and Cavani have done this season. Martial is a situation that I'm not going to talk about right now. So I get that we need the defence. I get that we need better centre-backs. And I'd say that if you had the money, which we do, why not both? Because you look at De Gea, you look at Shaw, you look at Bruno. They've brought new players in. They're fighting for those spots. Those three players are working out of their skins. Maybe not so much in the Everton match, but we're going to get to that. But it's a bit mad. So I'd say we do need a right winger. I'd say maybe not Sancho, because from what I've heard, he's not really played this season, and the time that he has spent, it's been a bit Martial-like. But
well, he scored 2 goals recently.
Apparently, he's downing tools.
But cheaper, man. Cheaper man.
But yeah, that's my opinion on it. Like, get someone in, even if it's just to burn a fire under the current positions.
Question, Sean, if not Sancho, who?
There's so many players, man. Like Leon Bailey or Bailey, I don't know how you pronounce it. It is Bailey, yeah. Then there's Thorgan Hazard. He's been doing bits in the German league as well. There is a French winger, I can't think of his name right now, but there is a French winger, I think he played for like Marseille or Lyon last season, and he was doing bits. So like there are plenty of like reasonably good wingers out there from other divisions that we could just pick in. Even if it's just to light a fire underneath Greenwood.
All those attacking positions are on fire except for the right side. Don't worry. It'll soon.
And the left side.
Do you think so?
You could argue that, because in the last couple of the games, I don't think Rashford has played very well.
Yeah, true. But Rashford, then again, we're playing strikers and wingers, bruv, man.
That is true.
We're playing like with FIFA when we can get away with stuff like that, bro. I mean, like, we're playing strikers like left, right, cam. I don't know. Sometimes we could be a fit, but they should be able to do it, but they're not, right? They're all meant.
Tyrone, there was a good stint where Rooney was playing out on the right wing.
But that's Rooney, bro. You can't compare Rooney to these man, them. Rooney's a different breed. What do you mean? Rooney, you can trust. I can trust Rooney. Rooney has a vision of a cam too, bruv. Man's at backline and he will do a ball to the striker at the top. Yes, but can Rashford do that? Well, he kind of did, but we've seen it. He can do it, but would he do it all the time?
Can he do it consistently?
See what I mean? Like Rooney, I would believe to do that pass anytime he sees it, bro. And if he sees it, he's slapping it forward, bro. you know. But Rashford, Martial, and Greenwood can't really do that, you know, vision. They're kind of hungry, but not hungry for other people, you know. Sometimes you have to share your hunger, bruv. It's not every time you have to eat.
Everybody eats.
Sometimes you have to break your bread in half and share it, bruv. You know, like Bruno does. He breaks his bread and shares it to the man, then, bro. Sometimes he can take a penalty for himself, but he's like, no, take my pizza, bruv. Take it. You're hungry. Eat it, bruv. You know. But some of our, you know, Rashford, you know, remember what he did last time. You know, instead of sharing the food, he ran all the way to the corner flag when Cavani was hungry, you know. He had the plate, you know, he had the sauce and everything ready, and he didn't even give him a chicken, bro. Like, man just gave him, like, dust. Like, you need to understand, sometimes when you're hungry, you share it, okay? You know?
We've said it, Rashford needs to focus on feeding Cavani.
You know? Yeah, so, you know what? Right now, Ollie needs to take the book out of Alex Ferguson when he told every man to pass to Van Persie. Everyone pass to Cavani. I don't care, bro. Pass it to him. Because right now, none of them are doing it, bro. All I'm seeing, Cavani is going ding. Last time Martial scored a header was in the back of our own net, bruv. I don't want to hear it, fam. you know, I'm just saying. Yeah? Well, he's the only one of them. I don't know. I'm not gunning Greenwood because I haven't seen him head the ball like that. But, you know, Rashford and Martial, I've been seeing them for a long time. Their heads are not good. The surface area in the head is not great. Yeah? Cavani's surface area is beautiful. All man's doing, he doesn't even get to jump. All he does is, that's it.
But Cavani's got the wisdom and experience to know he can do that. These youngsters get in front of that net and look like they don't know what they're doing.
It's true, yeah. But then Rashford is an experienced guy. He's in the charts of goal scorers, bro. He has
to be fair. Like Rashford's had like 5 or 6 seasons in the Premier League. He's been in first team for like that long. He's had experience.
He has enough.
Greenwood's Eric Cantona.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Exactly.
Yeah, so. Greenwood's the only one that's allowed to be separated from these guys because he's actually a youngster. Martial and Rashford, those two have no goddamn excuse. I remember when Martial came and I was singing his theme song as well, bro. Tony Marshall, he came from front. But now I'm not singing it no more, bro. It's like Tony Marshall came and miss sitters, bro. Open. You know, back then, you know, and no one knew. You remember when no one knew who he was, and he came on that Liverpool game and left thing, bro. Just a left, he broke his ankles and scored. I'm like, oh, fancy. But where is it now, bro? Man saw the lights, bro. He saw 6 lights and he's. But you know, as Sean says, when he sees no lights, all he sees is darkness. He takes that personally and he puts it in the net, and he's like, "Yeah, bro, I shouldn't be scoring these. No normal striker can be scoring these goals at these angles, you know. Far post, nah, I don't do that. Close post, in the net." Keep us slacking, but you know, that's what I have to say.
So I wanted to ask another question. And you kind of mentioned it earlier, Ty. So with the penalty shouts, you saw it in the Arsenal game. David Luiz barely clipped the man, got a red card. Bednarek barely clipped the man, got a red card. Now, obviously, I am going to say that Bednarek deserved that red card because it was against Martial, and he didn't, by the letter of the law, he didn't go for the ball, so it's a red card. Yeah. And as savage as it sounds, that's the way the law is right now. So my question to all of you is, should that rule be changed, and what should it be changed to? Because it is unfair that that's a red card, but at the same time,
if you don't go for the ball, it's not. It's done. It's done.
Like,
full stop.
Yeah,
he barely collided with the man.
If you don't go for the ball, full stop. Done.
Honestly, yeah. It should be a yellow card if you don't go for it. But that one with Southampton, yeah, there was a contact and you could get away with saying, yeah, he did go in, you know, he kind of did, you know. But the David Luiz one, he just breathed on him and man went. And then I'm like, there's no way he's gonna book David Luiz for that. He points to the penalty and gives him a red card. And I'm like, imagine if that was Harry Maguire doing that stupidness. Man just breathes on a guy and he drops on the floor. He's gone. I'm not gonna lie. If we're winning the game by a long margin and someone ref does it, shout out to you, innit? You know, I don't mind. God forbid, but I don't mind.
God forbid. God forbid.
But I'm trying to say that thing with David Luiz, man, just breathed on him and he just dropped like he was a dead man. And then I was like, okay, maybe we'll give him a yellow. But man just puts out the red, and I was like, bro, as a centre back, it's now that makes centre backs scared to tackle people now. Like, not say centre back, but defenders in general. Because right now, as what Ferdinand said, at that moment Martial was there, you would have went through him, bruv. It wouldn't be, oh, I'm not gonna tackle him or nothing. It's either you let him run and you don't touch him, or you go through the man at that position, right? Then again, he didn't do it. Tough, you got the red card. But I feel like if you go in, you should get the red card if you miss. But if you don't, you should get a yellow card. I kind of think the card should be changed. That's it. The rule can stand and everything, but the whole getting a red card for breathing on a man and he's falling down acting, then you do VAR to see it, and you're telling me it's still a red card. That's what makes no sense to me. How can you see that with Wolves and Arsenal and say that's a red card, bro? Like, I'm looking at like, what? So if I breathe on a man and he drops down and say that's Corona, is a red card. Okay. That's all I'm saying for that, bro. As I said, I feel like the card should be changed. Nothing, the rules are okay, but the cards need to be changed. The red card thing is kind of like, now guys just need to fake an act and get a man sent off now. It's so easy now. Before it was hard. Some guys who had talent for that, Some man had talent. Not everyone can do it, bro. So next time I'm running in the box, I'm just, man just needs to look at me wrong. I'll be like, remember Van Gaal just dropped on the floor, yeah? And he was like,
oh man, he was a clown.
You see what I mean? Like that, book him, ref. Your fourth official kind of just like kicked me on the floor, bruv, with his breath. But that's what I feel about that. The cards should just be changed. The rules should stay, but if it works in our favor, sucks to suck, innit? I call that life.
There is obviously the point that those are both goal scoring opportunities, which could be influential as to why those are given reds.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you're right. I think what this is going to result in is managers telling their players, make it look like you're going for the ball, take the man out, but make it look like you went for the ball. Because from the law that they've made, if you go for the ball and you miss, then that's not a red. But if you make no play for the ball, then that's a straight red. So I think they need to be really careful with how they word this one.
Mm-hmm.
Amri, I don't think I've heard anything from you about this. What do you think? Do you think the rule is fine or needs updating?
No, I agree with what Ty said. If there's intention, I think it's the cards that need to be. I think it should have just been a yellow. Didn't need to be a red. Hasn't it also been overturned? Like post match, it was overturned, but David Luiz's wasn't overturned. Is that right?
I'm not sure about that. I need to look that up.
I feel like I read that it was overturned, but David Luiz's wasn't overturned. I might be wrong, but definitely think it was a yellow, not a red. Considering we were several goals up. Have some mercy.
It's just a mercy.
We need 10. We need 10.
As the ref, I wouldn't do that. I'll give the penalty still, but to send a man off after that beatdown, it's just no, bruv.
You know who the ref was, right?
I know who. Yes, I know who he was. Yes, he's infamous for red cards.
He loves a red card.
I know he doesn't show no mercy when it comes to that, yeah. But it's like, come on, that one. I don't really honestly. The Southampton one is not the problem. That is okay with me. That one was perfectly fine. Send him off. I don't care. Not saying because Man United. He touched the man. Martial could have scored. That was a goal, But the one with David Luiz was just peak. Man didn't touch him. I saw no contact and he just rolled. He just, when you do like that epic game scene where you just roll and, just rolled and you did a little pew pew. That's all he did. And he got a red card for it.
Performing for the Oscars, isn't it? Remember?
I honestly feel like every football club has an actor, that teacher, like a drama teacher, bro, teaching these man them how to dive. I'm sorry, like some of them, man, are too good for them not to have training, bro.
What is your opinion on?
I was gonna say I don't think there's an issue with changing the rules. I think it might behoove them to have a bit more regulation with the refs, because when you're watching games and you're like, that is very clearly a red, and they're like looking elsewhere, and then they're giving reds for nothing. It feels like there should be a bit more regulation with them, because they are essentially the one and only judging panel. And even if VAR says something, they can be like, you know what? I don't even want to look at that shit. I'm going to say what goes. There needs to be regulation across that. You don't change the rules, because the rules are there for a reason, but you have to make sure that they're following the rules. Like any other profession, if you're not doing your job properly, you're going to get called up. So
yeah, VAR has shown there's some really poor refereeing that was going on, even before, like some absolutely stupid decisions. But it needs to be one rule for all. It can't just be dipping, and obviously can't be dipping and diving depending on what team it is. But I think it's an issue with the cards that are given.
They can't make it so obvious. It looks like they're being bribed.
May I ask one question? Do refs get extra money for giving cards?
I feel like
why they would.
And yet it does seem like some people are trying to hit a target. Like,
I
get this many reds, guys. There's a house I'm looking at in Ibiza.
All he said was a conspiracy, but I think he was playing in the wrong direction, bro. We need to start making sure.
It's not science, it's the refs.
we need to start making sure we look at some different departments in this conspiracy, not only the TV, but it's okay.
There could be a Netflix documentary about it.
Did you remember Klopp just said, "Oh, Man United always getting penalties," and it's randomly,
Yeah, but it wasn't even United. It's Leicester that had more penalties than us at the
I
time.
know.
He was going at the wrong team only because we were getting close to him.
You remember what he said? Everyone's against us, bruv. The conspirators are against us, bro. They're against us, Man United. As Harry said, leaders among leaders. There's someone after us, bruv. Someone after us. But anyways, to Everton now.
So I think to build on that point, do you think it would be worth referees having interviews post matches like they do with managers and players, because you see the decisions they make on the pitch, but do you think it'd be worthwhile picking their brains a bit and seeing why they made that decision? Why wasn't that a red card? Sadio Mane elbowed someone. Why was that not a red card? Why was this a red card? What do you guys think?
I feel
for refs.
I feel they should implement the same process that is in rugby instead.
Yeah.
You have a big board on the pitch, time gets stopped, there's no extra time, and it's a case of everyone in the stadium is watching that replay at the same time. Yeah, the referee cannot make a mistake, because if he does, he's looking like a dickhead.
Wow.
Literally, you have a stadium filled of 60, 70,000 people. Everyone is seeing this exact same thing at exactly the same time. If you give a bad call, then literally everyone is on your case about that. You can't afford to make a bad call. So it will completely cut out the, oh, by the way, guys, United actually should have beaten Sheffield. Turns out I made a mistake. Like, you wouldn't have that, because everyone there would see at exactly the same time. And then the linesman and the fourth official can be like, Peter, you might want to sort it out, mate.
And you can hear them discussing why they said it, like they will talk. You hear them talking to the player and be like, "This is why I'm doing this," and explain it to them. But right now, it's just like who you're seeing is cars up, but it's all right.
Yeah.
But the rugby thing is quite. If that was in football now, it would be quite better, because then fans will understand what's going through the wrestling. Yeah, you tackled him, and this is like your last chance, and I'm giving you the red, so get out of here. And but I don't know. Some people complaining about refs pointing to the tunnel when they give a red. It's a bit rude.
Point into the tunnel.
What's wrong with pointing?
I don't know. I don't know why, but I heard it on like the commentators, like they shouldn't point to the tunnel. They should just give the red, because they already know what to go to. Pointing, it just gives them. I know it's man.
Was it Gary Neville that said this?
No, it wasn't Gary Neville, bro.
Because it would be someone like that.
No, it was someone different, bro.
You're just giving your marching orders. Like,
I know, but apparently, pointing is not a nice thing to do in this world today,
No.
I'm like,
they're not babies, they're grown men. When you get in trouble at home,
yeah. Hey, man, apparently we're dealing with babies in football today, But I won't lie, bro. Even when a guy on the opposite team get a red card and the ref is doing it, I'm behind the ref like, yeah, I hate him, man.
So
what do they want? I'm so confused.
That's a real gentle way of doing it. Because you know when you was younger and you got in trouble, your mums would give you a red card and point. She told you to get inside now. And it was like that. Like, it was aggressive. Going like this and gently pointing like that way, please. Calm down.
Hey, man, but
I am befuddled.
All right, cool. What's
We've been in the changing room like the ref pointed where I'm supposed to go.
You know what? People who are watching or listening to this pod, get to us in the comments or Twitter or Instagram. We'll show you and tell you where you can hit us up at the end of this pod. Do you think refs are being too mean, hitting to players to get off the pitch? It's a big national epidemic.
Right. Watch it. Next, they're going to be pointing to the penalty spot, and they're like, "No, the penalty spot's innocent. He didn't deserve to get pointed at."
Oh man, hey man.
Penalty spots matter. You can't point it.
You know, man.
Yeah, let's talk about Everton. The first half of dreams. Cavani scores a goal. Only a proper number 9 could.
Yes, Cavani.
Fernandes scores a Cantona-esque goal. I was like, what? Did he actually do that?
That goal was glorious.
Absolutely.
Goosebumps. That goal was beautiful. Chef's kiss. Beautiful.
I was feeling bare cocky. I was like, RIP Everton. It's done. Pour out one for their players.
Time to have a nap.
And then the second half from hell, honestly, stuff of nightmares. Was it 2 goals in 6 minutes or something stupid like that?
3 minutes.
Same guy as well. That started it off. Same guy, man.
49th and 52nd minute.
What the hell? What was going on?
I don't know. But I don't know which goal was the first one. Was it the first one? Like the guy just was open.
The first one. The first one was stupid. The first one, there was 2 man through, and Shaw, the best left back in the league, decides, you know what? I'm going to take a break.
Yeah,
I haven't had my delegated 15 minutes break today. I'm going to head off right now.
Yeah, he straight left the man open with a shot there. When I saw a shot, he legit just. And he was there like this. I'm like, why are you up there like that? You should have been.
Who's around you, fam?
You know, like you should have been on him. He's the only man in the box. You should have been on him until your keeper has the ball safe. No, he just left him. He left him open. What? Tap in. Let me take that.
Yeah, like you can have a go at De Gea for that, but he does save the first attempt from Calvert.
Yeah.
Maguire is too slow to be anywhere near him because Calvert-Lewin looks like he's running in slow motion. Maguire still can't catch him.
Great like frozen pose where it looks like he's running and his head's like turned the other way, and he always pulls that as the ball goes past him, or as people go past him.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a wet floor sign just there, but people ignore it. They just go right round it.
Honestly, Shaw should have stayed on him for the whole duration.
Yeah.
He just stopped. As Sean said, man just went, nah, I'm done. That ain't a problem.
The thing is, like,
that ain't my zone.
He's literally like 2 or 3 foot away from the man. He could have taken the extra couple steps when De Gea palmed it out, but instead he stood there and he watched the event occur as if he ain't getting paid to defend that shit.
He should have just watched it happen. Then he puts his hands up like, what? I'm like, bro, all you had to do was stay on him. That's all you had to do was just stay close to him so he couldn't get the chance to do that. You could have got it out, but no, man, just like he was running with him, then he just stopped him. Went, nah, my job is done today. Don't need to worry about that. Then it was a tap-in. And I was like, you know what? I did expect Everton to score. I'm not going to lie. They do have a team that can actually score, but what came after those? It shouldn't have happened. No, those 2 more goals were not supposed to happen.
After that
one as well.
Look, first off, I'd like to point back to Maguire again for the second goal here, because I'm noticing a theme in these goals. Yeah, first goal, Calvert-Lewin runs past Maguire. Second goal, Maguire and Lindelof. Like, they took so long to react to the ball.
They were just
they watched Rodriguez get into space. They watch him line it up, and they're like, maybe I should run now.
Maybe I should do some defending.
Maybe I should turn on the on button. Turn on the on button so I can actually. They just like every time I was like when I watch the goals, like those 2 goals, they were just standing there like someone was standing there, like no one's actually marking the guy they should be. They're just like, oh, where were you lot? Come on, you're supposed to intercept that. And Harry's just there like, leaders among leaders can't lead the leaders.
It is the signature move to just wave their hands in the air after they
I know,
concede
yeah,
and
like,
not like look at
That look
themselves.
on their face as well, like,
Yeah.
I
I
can't
know,
believe
like,
this is just
I
happening.
blame for this.
that wasn't
How
my.
could you allow this? Everybody else, but not me.
I'm like, sure, all you had to do was stay on your man, and that wouldn't have been a goal. It maybe would have been 3-0 and done. And we would have. No, he just. Harry.
Tyrone. But then in the third goal, Harry stayed on his man, and that's why they let the third goal in.
Yeah, when he finally wants to do it. But then again, I don't know why Shaw was marking that guy anyway.
Harry, Twanzebe, everyone was staying on their man.
I know.
For the first time ever, everyone was man marking. Why weren't they zonal marking that time?
You know what, yeah? The thing about that one, the last goal, I was like, if Cavani was there instead of Shaw, maybe he would have got to that header and get out. But it was too small, bro. The ball just went over Shaw's head. Like, I just
why is there such an agenda about Shaw being small, man?
Hey, man.
You know the man's like 6 foot.
6'1".
Hey, I'm raised differently in football, yeah? Every tall man is defending the box in a corner. Little guys are either defending the
Shaw's not little. He's like the same height as you, fam.
Bruv, nah, he's little compared to the other man, then, bruv.
What's the camera? It's
like who? Fred?
No, man. Don't
that ain't that deep.
Hey, bruv. Well, he tried to jump, bro. Did he get it? No. I feel like Cavani's surface area in his head would have got to that, you know.
Oh my god.
So your first point was height, and now it's head. What is going on?
You need to have the appropriate height and head ratio.
Yes, it's true, man. I swear, man. If you don't have a nice shaped head-to-head ball, don't do it, bruv. The science behind it.
No, man. Get this crazy old man out of here.
Andy, once again, we're here blaming science.
Science is why we lost.
I'm not saying science what we lost, but I'm just saying, man, that last goal was unfortunate. Honestly, realistically, without being like joking, they thought it was our side, so I guess they wanted to be lazy and because they all put their hands up when it went in, but it was like you don't do that.
Whistle.
You play to the whistle. You play to the whistle.
There's no excuse.
Hands up, bro. Yeah,
there's no excuse for that. If you're like, I think it's offside. No, you're absolute dickhead.
Yeah,
why are you playing in the Prem?
You're playing
to the whistle unless you're in Conference League when they don't have whistles because you can't afford it. Yeah,
it's just the way how
that was unnecessary. That was unnecessary. It's just a whistle. Get from the card shop.
But it just as the goal goes in, 3 of them put their hands up, like, and the hair was there. I'm like, bro, you lot should have been worried about that. You lot should have made sure that the ball was out and cleared. But unfortunately, shout out to Everton. That was actually a good comeback because our defense once again bottling it. They're in such a good place in the league. Don't they look at the table and be like, it's time for us to fix up at least just a little bit, But right now, the defense are just watching people run past them. Like, honestly, man, some guys shouldn't be running past our defense, and it just happens, man. It's just like I feel like the slowest man on earth could just outburn Harry, man. Like, leave gaps, bruv. Make the slow man look like you say it bought on the track, bro, and just leave it home.
So going back to the point where people were putting their hands up, the reason why people do that is because they've done the offside trap, but it didn't work because Maguire was 2 meters behind everyone else, so he was the one playing the man on. So the cheek of him putting his hand up afterwards, I was burning. I was fuming after that. I was absolutely fuming. The second goal, you could say it for both teams. Fernandes, you don't give him that space when he's just outside the box. That is the danger zone. And with James Rodriguez, you do not ever give him that space on his left foot. He is a bad number 10. Like, he will put you to shame. If you give him any space, there's a reason why Ancelotti signed him. You can't give him that space ever. And whether it's Maguire, whether it's Lindelof, Fred, all of them need to have their pays docked for that week because a lot of them let us down.
They weren't doing what they're paid to do.
They weren't. Yeah. We paid them for a service. They didn't do that service. They should have their pay docked. I don't care. Fred is on thin ice right now because we were good when Pogba was playing. As soon as Pogba came up with an injury, we lost that midfield battle. Fred, I don't know what he's doing out there. He's still thinking he's like, I don't know, Gerrard doing these late runs, shooting, trying to hit the lights down. I don't know what he's seeing. He should not be seeing the lights.
Bro, Fred sees the lights all the time. You need to.
He should not be seeing the lights.
He has a permanent light on his head for extra brightness, bro. I told
Fred
you.
needs to have one of those shock things on his ankles.
Yeah,
if he goes past the halfway line,
like he
should not
tries.
be doing this.
He tries so much sometimes. It's like you don't need to try. You don't need to take a shot, bro. Shooting is not your speciality, bro. Pass the ball on. Just pass it. Like sometimes
anyone
guys,
else would be okay taking a shot.
you know,
Fred, no. McTom, take a shot. Go for it. Even Shaw took a shot, and I was like,
Yeah.
if Shaw had banged that goal in, I think I would have cried.
Yeah,
I think
That was a good
that would
shot.
have capped my
Yeah.
season for
Good
me.
shot, on target.
Wan-Bissaka as well, but
Yeah.
Fred always looks like he's in so much shock after the
Yeah.
ball just goes flying, and you're just like, Fred, you knew that wasn't going to go.
Yeah,
Come
I
on,
know,
science. The math ain't mathing. It's not going in.
Like,
I don't
How
want
is
Fred
Fred-
ever shooting at goal, like
How
ever
is
in
Fred-
this season.
How is Fred worse at shooting than our fullbacks?
I
don't
don't understand, bro.
He's
Short
just here
shot.
for a good time, though.
Nah, bro. It's like,
Can I answer your question, Andy?
Uh-oh.
oh, yeah, I'm prepared. Go on, I'm ready.
So, remember how when we first started this, I said Fred is trash.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Fred remembers.
Fred remembers. Yeah, and certain people out here like, oh, give him a chance. He plays well, and I agree. He can play well after like 15 matches, playing consistently. But we ain't got the time for that. The man is hot booty sauce. The man should not be playing in the Premiership. The man is literally the living embodiment of the Pikachu face meme. Yeah? The guy should not be on a professional football pitch. He should be back in the Conference League where they don't have whistles.
Oh my god.
This agenda.
What do you have against conference, man?
Man. Oh,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
can't lie. I don't know if Fred gets into some of the bottom teams in the league, you know. It's a bit mad.
lower teams actually have a better
Yeah.
midfielder than.
We
We just
give
make
McTominay a hard time, but like he's had some games where he's turned up, he's scored absolute screamers, he's done his job. I don't know if I can say the same for Fred.
Fred just gets protected by the other guy he's with. Honestly.
He gets protected by McTom because them two can't play.
Yeah,
together.
like when they do play, like it's just like the midfield shines and Fred is like the guy in the background, you know, in the picture. But he's like you don't actually see him, he's just there. You know he's there, but you just don't see him. But I just feel like he gets protected because our other two midfielders would do better. And and some guys, those guys be like, oh, Fred was like crucial to our midfield. He was winning ball. Yeah, he can do it. I'm not saying he can't, but
Nothing
sometimes
spectacular though.
when I said break the bread, he has to give the whole bread away. Like he don't eat. He don't
No,
eat.
he eats the bread himself, thinking he
Like he don't need to shoot it. He just need to, the only time I want Fred to shoot is if he's like 2 meters away from the goal and it's open, bro. And
No, because then he'll do a Welbeck in it. He just put it straight over the post.
Don't you leave
And it'll be
Welbeck,
done.
bro. No one. That is a special case. Welbeck is a special one. I still, to this day, hate Welbeck for trying to lip Neuer, bro. How do you chip Neuer? How do you chip? How you chipping a guy that tall, bro? Why? You had the pace to run to the side, leave him on the floor, and put it in. But no, you thought you were sick. You thought you were Rooney. You thought you were Van Persie. You tried to chip him. Of course he's gonna reach it. Man didn't even try. He went. I don't forgive him for that, bruv. I hope a good day he's at Brighton right now, bruv. Good riddance. Stupid Welbeck, bruv. No, we don't call him Welbeck. Welpeak. Welpeak, that's his name. Welpeak. Peacam. Yeah, Peacam. That's his name. I'm trashing Welbeck on this. Yeah, dumb Welbeck. Anyways.
Well,
Shout out to Jesse Lingard, though. My guy. He's still a Man United player, even though he's at West Ham on a loan, he's still a Man United player. Shout out to him, my brother. Yeah, go on, carry on.
So it's not a loss, but it feels like a loss. It's one of them drosses again. Like we drew, but you can't feel happy with a point after that. After going up twice, like I don't know what that halftime team talk was, because all you had to say was, "You're doing amazing, lads. Shut the game down. Don't let them breathe. That's it. Hack them if you need to." And I don't know how you come up from the halftime, you capitulate, concede twice in 3 minutes, and by the grace of God, McTominay scores. That's a lifeline. I don't know what happens after that.
McSauce was on point. I was like, you want some nuggets with that McSauce? Oh, jeez. Class.
Hey, he's showing certain £80 million defenders how to actually score headers. Absolutely madness.
This is Harry Maguire's favourite thing in life, you know. Just saying.
He's a big bottler. I know I've said play Maguire with Bailly, you get more out of Maguire. And I guess that's still true, but I don't want to see the man pass me in the club, man.
I said mention. So
I need Bailly in my defense now. I give up. I want to keep calling it out. Bailly, come back. I don't know if he's injured or not. You know, sometimes Ollie likes not playing players. Then when people ask, where is he? Oh, he had an injury. You know, I forgot to tell you guys. That's why I'm not playing. Yeah.
But I swear he's been on the bench for the last 3 matches.
Yeah,
so you can't use the injury excuse, man. Like it's just bare favoritism again.
Yeah, but it's like how do you see
Ollie's smoking the same thing that Tyrone was a couple of weeks ago, where he's like, Maguire is the best thing ever.
Honestly, I don't understand how you can sit as a manager and say Lindelof and Harry are your best pairing. Like, how can you sit there and not see that Bailly is good? Like, that's what I said. That if this summer we somehow get Ramos, I will be kind of happy, just because maybe Harry will step up or he gets turfed. Then Bailly can rub his hands together and be like, yeah, man, soon it will be.
It's the same favoritism that brought Fred on instead of Van de Beek. Like Van de Beek could have easily stepped in and probably done a miles better job. But it's the same favoritism that keeps him on the bench, and that makes me so sad for him.
I know, but
why have we spent the money?
As Ollie says, he's not ready yet.
Yeah.
Maguire doesn't look like he's bloody ready at any point.
I know. But
the man played several matches in top performance in Champions League. Yeah, the top competition in the world. And he's like, no, but he's not ready for the Premiership.
He's not ready for Premiership. How can you say that?
The man them to release it onto the field.
He's ready, and you're saying he's not ready for a Prem. What? What Champions League is a joke to Ollie, bruv? Is this what it is, bruv? Like what? Like you must think it is, because like he did bottle it again.
I mean, yeah, some of his performances would indicate he thinks it's a joke championship.
Yeah, it's like the guy is good, but I just don't understand why he does not want. No, I was reading something and they were like, "Oh, everyone's getting onto Ollie for not playing him." I'm on to him as well, bro. I know, like I feel like I want my Oyster card refund, because this favoritism is getting us, costing us too much games.
I agree. I do agree with that. I think
it's getting too far.
Yeah, I think Ollie is the reason why we've been top of the league for how many days it's been. But I also think it's his reason why we're not getting 21 this year. How can you look at the bench, you see Van de Beek, and go, Fred, please.
Fred.
Every time I see a result like this, and I see the substitutes that Ollie's made, it just takes me to the meme of the lion, the witch, and the audacity of this bitch. Like, I'm sick and tired of seeing dumb choices in terrible substitute options.
Yes.
I know.
You have Tuanzebe, you have Bailly, you have Van der Beek. Sometimes there's Marshall, sometimes there's Rashford on the bench, whatever. And you're like, okay, I'm going to bring on Fred. I'm going to bring on McSauce. I'm going to bring on Matic. And you're like, no, because we're normally drawing or losing at this point. Bring on something that's actually going to work.
Bring a game changer on.
May I ask, Van der Beek, what's his main position?
He can play as a midfielder, number 6, number 8, or number 10.
So he's basically
done a defensive job.
He can.
He can.
Man. What the... I thought maybe because he was like an attacking option.
He can do it all.
Yeah, but I thought maybe because he was attacking option, he wasn't playing because of Bruno, and but if it's not a good enough excuse now, play the man. Like,
It's not.
CV stacks up as he should be starting for us, and
Yeah.
this guy still plays Fred.
I don't understand, man.
Fred is a fraud. Fred is the guy who wrote on his CV that he can do Excel, and then you ask him to do a simple spreadsheet, and he's like, "Man, I ain't got a flip. I don't even know how to open the application."
He's there with the YouTube video doing it at the same time.
Like it takes me to like, he's like, what's the password? It's password. Yeah, but what's the password? Password. But what is the password? Come on, friends.
Yeah, man. Honestly, yeah, I do understand why people say Ollie maybe not the guy. Like he got the players, but maybe he's not the guy to actually use these players. Maybe he's the guy that's getting the players, but then they're gonna get someone. Because I'm not saying he needs to go, but he slowly does need to go. But I'm not saying out. You know, I'm not gonna out, man. But I feel like right now, if he bottles it again, I really honestly feel like this Ollie's just gonna slowly get changed. But he has the mentality to win the game. But the subs and the team sheet sometimes it's just like, what are you doing? Sometimes you're a good guy, you're doing the good setups. You're like, yeah, man, you're confident. And the team goes and wins. Then the next week he changes it, and you're like, why is Daniel James playing? He ain't gonna do anything. Then when he realizes it, bro, if he waits till like the 80th minute to take him off for Greenwood, and you're like, bro, you could have done that half time. Like, we all knew that Daniel James was getting bullied on that side. Yeah, sometimes he can come out and bully these little teams. Sometimes. A big on the sum. You know, because sometimes little team can bully him. You know, just, you know, and he's flying all over the place. But I'm just saying, like he has the right mentality. It's just sometimes, I don't know. Maybe he wakes up a different person each game week. Like, it's the good manager, then it's the bad one, then it's the sus guy, then it's the
You saying he has an
excellent
evil
guy.
twin?
Maybe, man. I don't know, man. But there's nothing else. There's nothing else to explain this man's random changes, bro. Like, sometimes he does the right thing. You're like, you know what? I believe in you. Then the next week he just throws your belief out the window. You're like, you know what? I don't like you no more. Then he redeems you again. It's like
inconsistency.
You know, like, yeah,
Exactly.
bro. It's like,
The only
There is a-
consistency.
Yep.
and you're like,
There is a word for that.
and you know, and every other team will stick to their team and do it. Unless they're tired or injured, they carry on. Us, we're like, you know what, let's put our names in a randomizer, except for defense, because we already know who we're selecting for that one. We don't need to worry about that. We just
The only one that's not included is Maguire. He's gonna start.
You know, like when you're making a team, Harry Maguire's the first person. Not even De Gea, bruv. It's Harry Maguire's the first guy. Yeah. Remember, we have choices with De Gea, but it's Harry Maguire. It's like, yeah, that's my guy. Then it's Fred already. It's Fred after him, right? Then it's Lindelof. Then it's the fullbacks. Then the rest is just hell breaking
in a bingo ball.
Yeah, bingo.
You know, right
Get
now
named out of a hat.
he's under fire. He can't keep Cavani on the bench anymore, so Cavani has to play. Like right now, if he does not play Cavani and there's no good enough reason, there shouldn't be any reason for him not to play right now. Because
then he'll use the same old excuse of, oh, Cavani's injured, and then Cavani's there on the touchline being like, bitch, I'm not injured, I'm here, I'm ready to go. No, he's definitely injured. Someone break his legs real quick.
You know, like, I hate when they do that. Oh, he's injured, he can't play, but then he's on the bench waiting to come on. You're like,
Is that sorry? What?
Like, wait, what do you mean he's injured? Why is
It's
he
a
on your bench?
miracle.
And
It's a
what?
miracle, my guys.
I've broken what?
Or he'll be like, oh, he can't play the full game. He's not there yet. I have to play him at. I'm like, bro, put the guy on the pitch. If he can score 3 goals in the first half, all we need to do is just make that stupid fridge at the back line do what he needs to do. But, you know, him and the defensive coach needs to be talked to.
So let's have a review of Tyrone's return to Red Devil's Advocate, okay? So he's prayed to the stars and realized that Maguire is garbage after apparently just being his number 1 fan. He's blamed science again. He's blamed the head shape of our forwards.
Yep.
start like justifying their choices at
I
this
know.
point, because like you're getting paid all this. Like, I'm always banging on about this. You're getting paid all this money. Why are you not doing your job properly? Your job is to train these people to do this properly. Why have our attacking side done so well, and the defense is just
You know, before
like a fucking leaf in the wind, man.
yes, like before we could understand why our defense was trash. We kind of had nothing to pull players in. Now we have stuff to pull players in. Pull them in, man. I don't know. But
So this week
I'm done.
we have a 5th round FA Cup tie against West Ham at home. Akira, how do you see this match going? Do you think we're going to beat the team where Lingard is right now?
I feel like you need to ask me when we see the lineup, because as soon as I see certain names, the answer is no, and I know I'm going to see it. So no. Every time we have a match that we think, yeah, like we could clean it up, no. But I think at this point they're just doing it to spite us, so I don't think we're going to do anything.
That says everything about their mentality. They're doing it against the fans to spite us. Emmerich, what do you think?
I mean, they've just come off Did they win or draw this weekend? They didn't. There was no.
They drew.
They drew. That's it, and they won the last game. So I don't know. They're also a bit inconsistent, but I'm hoping for a win. I'm optimistic for once.
I want to be proved wrong, but
there was no vim.
I need buying though. I need buying that defense.
I hope so.
Bring forward buying in the defense, and I'll have a bit more in this squad. And maybe I mean, Ole might play like his least favourites because it is the FA Cup. He might do another curveball of inconsistency and play some of his less favourites because it is the FA Cup. You never know. We're always surprised when we see, as Akira said, we're always surprised when we see the lineup apart from one name.
Sure. Is this a win, a draw, or a lot? I don't think we can draw at this point. Was it a loss?
3-0 Lingard hat-trick.
You know, Sean, I am with you, bro. I'm with you. I've never, you know when Sean says some stuff, yeah, you have to be like, you hope you're not wrong. For the first time, I'm with Sean. I feel like Jesse Lingard has a point to prove and he's going to hurt us, bro.
100%.
Like,
100%.
It doesn't matter what team we put out there. We're going to see this. At the end, if we win or lose, we're going to see this. If he does not celebrate, look, I'm going to be real. If he doesn't celebrate like that, it means he still loves us and he actually wants to try. But if I see him violate and he does this,
if he starts Millie rocking when he's scoring goals,
you know what I mean? If Jesse Lingard does, he's sending fire to Ollie and everyone that died at Manchester, and he's coming back with vengeance. But if he doesn't, maybe he's a respectful guy and he actually wants to get back in the team. But it's both. But I mean, like, it's either he wants to get back in the team nicely or he's just revenge, bruv. I'm coming back, bruv. Yeah, you can play Bruno and Van der Beek, but I still own Arsenal, bro. I still own Arsenal. You know, I still own Arsenal, bro. But I'm just saying, I believe Sean. I feel like in bad terms, if we're sloppy at the back line, Jesse Lingard hat trick. I believe it, bro. Hey man, I believe Sean so much on this one, bro. Jesse Lingard is going to beat us, bro. Even though I know we should beat West Ham because we're gonna play Van der Beek, you know, he's gonna be there. Rashford or Martial's gonna be up front. Then Daniel James on the wing. Or maybe the return of one Mata, maybe Mata on the other side, Then Scott, if Scott's on, I have faith. Scott just dominates FA Cup, to be honest with you. That guy just rips up FA Cup like it's his own playing ground, fam. But Fred may be next to him or Matic, he may be nice. Then the back line is probably gonna be the same back line. Maybe he may play Telles if he's nice. Or he actually. What's our next game after this one?
West Brom.
How close is it?
West Brom Sunday, Valentine's Day.
On Sunday.
Oh, so it's
might even play Endo in goal, to be fair, as well.
Yeah, is it a decent rest period? Because I feel like he may rest a bare guy.
So it's
Tuesday to Sunday.
Okay. So he may bring Telles or Tanzebe to play that game with West Ham, but we should actually win. But as I said, I still believe in Shaw as well. Jesse hat trick.
Also, I just want to make one thing. Tyrone's like, Donny's going to be playing. Rumor has it he's still warming up.
Huh?
Yeah, he was still warming up. He was still warming up for the Everton
He's
game.
still warming up.
Yeah, he's warming up. He's not ready. That's what it means, you know. He's a full week's warm up.
I just don't understand. How can you sit there and tell a guy that's like actually played the Champions League, actually like did you also like he got carried. He carried.
Yeah.
How can you say he's not ready for Prem? Like the guy that Liverpool just grabbed for like 1.2. I don't seem like he's Premier League, but he's gonna go straight into their main team. I know because he has no challenge, but at least have faith in your players, bro. I believe in them. I believe in everyone except for Fred and Harry Maguire and Lindelof sometimes because he's been getting bad habits from Harry Maguire too. He's been watching balls.
Coach. But what it's worth, I think we're gonna beat West Ham.
Yeah.
Lingard didn't score, but I think we'll win 3-1.
I will actually laugh you.
I will hate to see it, man.
You know about this?
I will hate to see it, man. I will hate. Hey, man, I can see him on his Snapchat as well. No, I don't want it.
I'd like to see him score a goal just to prove a point to say, you know, I've still got the ability. I just need the games. I don't want to see him like violating and celebrating with Vim. I don't want to see them win it either.
True.
Yeah.
What's the word, Andy? That he's Lingard is a young talent. He's a
prospect.
Youth prospect.
Good prospect. That's the one.
Lots of potential.
Youth prospect. He's my age mate. That just makes me think.
Jesse, you know it's quality, bro. Man. Still owes Arsenal, bro. But shout out to him, innit? But he's still a Man United player, so we can't really gun him. So you know, he hasn't moved. I know, but he hasn't moved. But I feel like he's coming back with vengeance, bro. But right now,
I'd love to see it.
If he comes and scores, and he does it, bro, I'm doing it as well. Like, it'll be sad, but I'll do it with shame, bro.
Just be like,
just for the sake of I'm so used to him scoring, and I'm just there like that, or you know. But right now, he did a smart thing.
West Brom on Sunday. Surely we've got to win that. Tyrone, we've got to win that. What's your prediction?
Honestly, if we don't win that and we draw or we lose, I'll give up with the 21, to be honest with you.
I've already given up.
I already given up like 75%, but that will top it off. If we don't batter West Brom and carry on, did Liverpool play Man City yet?
they're playing now, I think.
Liverpool are trash right now, and they can't. I swear, if they don't beat Man City, I'll be upset. Right now, if Man City can take some L's, and if we get some W's, we can actually be there. I rather
to start.
Okay, I rather
starting, yeah.
I rather us win it or we're close to win it, just so I can be like, you see, Harry, this is your fault. Why we?
It's like we see the people. We see others in the top four, and they're slipping, like Liverpool slipping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We don't like capitalize on it. It's like since Alex left, we just don't capitalize on it, and it's just like we just like to make life hard for ourselves. We need to capitalize on it. Just like the 1-0 wins, the gritty, turn out the results. That's all I need.
There's like no threats except for Man City right now. There's none. They're all flopping. All right, tell me who's the other threat than Man City right now. Come on, Andy. I see your face.
I was gonna say, Ty, what's your scoreline?
Oh, my scoreline. I would say 2-1. I will see them.
It's not battering, you know.
I know it's not battering. I want us to battle, but it depends because. Sometimes look right now, Southampton. I thought it was going to be a hard match. I thought it was going to be a 1-0. Then we battered them. Everton, who I thought we should have 3-3. So I'm going to be sensible and say 2-1.
Okay.
But we will batter them, bro. It'll be a lucky goal. It'll just be a last minute tap-in, bro.
It's not battering if it's a lucky goal.
It's a lucky goal, bro. Like, a lucky nil to them. Like, like it's the 90th minute and we're about to end the game.
I slip up.
Yeah, maybe it just slips or something, but it won't be a good goal. That's what I'm saying, bro. We will dominate the game, but yeah, 2-1. I'll behave myself.
Sure.
Yes,
Oh,
I'm
here we
doing
go.
it.
Here we go. What do you think the scoreline will be against West Brom? We're traveling to wherever their stadium is, and we're about to give them the business. What's your scoreline prediction?
Well, Andy, we've managed to pull a miracle against Sheffield United, and I reckon we can do it again. So I'm predicting 2-1 West Brom.
God's sake! I'm gonna stop asking you now. I'm just gonna skip you.
No, wise words from Sean, man. Yeah.
He's
I
right
hate to
though.
see it come.
Every match it looks like we should just like
Ugh,
clean the
like,
floor
my
with
head
them. It
actually
doesn't
hurts.
happen, and then the
Actually,
ones that
no,
should
it
be
hurts.
hard, they're not hard.
Told you, man. Like,
What's your prediction, Akira?
I really feel like we'd just be lucky to get to the stadium at this point.
you know what? Because our away record is good, yeah, we should win.
But
But-
away.
Our away
we're
record
away,
is
we're away.
good, but
But sometimes we can be suspect, as Sean says. The miracles of, just losing to.
Okay, we're away.
We're away.
So we should win.
It's 2-1 win to us. That's
Yeah,
it.
we
2-1
should win, bro.
That's
If
your
we-
prediction, Amber, at 2-1.
Yeah, 2-1 win to us.
Oh.
No,
It's going to be a
I'm
Maguire
sticking
slip
with-
up in defence.
I'm sticking with it.
I'm saying 3-0 to us.
Oh, I thought you was
It's
going to
away.
say 6,
It's 6. Nah, nothing crazy like that. Like, we've seen those pepperings, like Liverpool beat Palace 7-0 or something. We beat Southampton 9-0. Like, it could be another 9-0, but I think it's better to be conservative and not look like a fool. I think we'll beat them quite convincingly. By far, West Brom have got to be the worst in the league.
No, that's Sheffield United.
Yeah, Sheffield United,
Well,
man.
Don't get me wrong,
what's
yeah.
their position?
Nah.
United are getting a little bit of a spark, They're actually violating a couple guys now. It's
Yeah,
a bit
us.
too late. I know, it's a bit too late, but they're actually giving a fight now. But it's a bit too late for that. But
West Brom are leaking more goals.
yeah, but
So
yeah, West
I think we've got them. We've got to beat them. I can't imagine us not beating them.
Could have said that about Sheffield United, and yet here we are.
I think we all did
Butts
say
on
that.
display.
Honestly, like,
No, I predicted us to beat them.
no,
We thought it
And
was
that-
right because and we didn't.
Now, Andy.
bro. But Martial, typical. I'm gonna stay here in position. Oh, nah, forget it. I did my
We've got to beat
defensive duties. This is the wingers. Nah, I'm done.
You say that, but like players like Shaw, players like Tellers, just switching off when they should be marking the man. Ball watching.
Players like Harry Maguire.
I told you, bro. Leaders.
Permanently.
That guy is zonal marking because I don't know what he's doing.
I don't know what zone he's in because it's not the zone that he's currently.
It's left wing.
He's on another plane.
He's left
He's
wing.
only marks left wing. That's
Yeah,
where he marks.
Harry Maguire's left wing, bro. I can't wait for the day Ollie puts Harry Maguire up front, bro. It'll be the greatest day, man. Just one meme. Just a meme match, bro. Like, as a manager, I would do something like that. If I already won the league, bro, I'll put something about striker just to vibe.
If you won the league, I don't think that's happening with Ollie in charge. Man.
I know, man, but if I had a team and we actually won the league and we had a couple matches, bro, I'm playing everyone everywhere, bro. I don't care, man. Just have fun.
If you think about it realistically, this is actually, or it was our best opportunity to win the league. Liverpool
Yes.
has no defense. City has no attack. And yet, I've got a feeling that we're going to be 8 points behind City when they eventually level with games.
Mhm.
And it's just ridiculous. Like,
Only
we have an injury now. How bad is that injury? We will find out in when the next lineup comes out.
due
But
time.
we have all of our best players, and we're still bottling games left and right. And then Andy is Pikachu facing when I'm like, I think we're going to lose it.
It's
I don't know, man. Like the teams are dead. Like it just. Oh
Best
man.
opportunity.
Yeah, but we've lost 4 matches and drawn 6 to dead teams.
Dead teams, man.
Like, we should be clear top of the league,
I know.
but we're not. And it's literally only the players' fault. So I'm just done.
Yeah, man. It's
I'm
just
done
like,
believing in a dead dream.
yeah, it's like there's no threat for us to be like, oh, we can't go for it. We could, man. It just hurts that, man. No, these guys ain't seeing how good this juicy opportunity is, bro. Man, they have fried chicken in front of their face, like, nah, I don't want it.
I'll have a salad instead, thanks.
Or I don't want chicken. I want something like rice alone with ketchup or something. That's what they want. Bro.
Just rice.
Just rice.
Rice and ketchup.
Plain
Rice and ketchup.
Bro.
No wonder why we're not winning this league. What kind of combination is that?
I know,
Rice and ketchup.
I know, that's what they look like they want, bro. Like right now, boy. I don't even like eat food. I just want the struggle food. Even though I can have that, I just want that. But right now, man, honestly, the defense don't start behaving themselves and stop making us bottle matches, man. I don't know, man. Because attacking wise, we're okay. Right now, before I was like,
I think so.
and I was like, but now Cavani's behaving himself and he's actually good. And they actually, we are scoring more goals. Like before we used to score 1-0, then we defend. But now we're actually scoring like 2 or 3. But then, defense once again being suspect as usual. But, if we carry on and get that sorted, once we get that back line sorted, we're okay. We can go win trophies and stuff. But
the thing is, we had January to sort that out.
I know, but
Liverpool signed someone. They might not be like Van Dijk's replacement, but they signed reinforcements, and we should have done that. And 21's gone now or likely to be gone because we didn't re-up. Bailly's always got an injury in him. Maguire's got a mistake in him. Lindelof doesn't know what he's doing. He needs to be led. Tuanzebe has not been played, so we needed to just, I don't know, splash 50 mil on Upper Meccano or something. It's gonna be our fault. Well, it's gonna be the owner's fault as to why we end up third or something.
They're looking to win the league next season, man. The way how they behave. The way how we are behaving now is like we want to win the league next season, or we're going to win the league, even though we should win it now. But that's the way how
all these teams are gonna sign new players in the summer. City's gonna sign players. Liverpool are gonna sign players.
If City wins, they're just gonna spend the money.
There is no doubt in my mind at this point that City are now going to go on and win the league,
unless they flop.
No, because let's be real. Even if they draw this much against Liverpool, they still have another game in hand. Mm-hmm. That's still going to be 6 points clear.
Yeah.
And they don't look to be dropping points.
Nah, they're
bearing man left and right.
I know, their defense
whereas like United is just a tragedy. Liverpool are getting back into the zone, but still they're a bit sus. Leicester, they're drawing against scrub teams as well. Like Tottenham's dropped down to 7th. Where the hell are they right now?
Oh, Tottenham just get bad left, right, centre, bro. I think Mourinho's gone. He's actually going to
there are calls for him to be sacked.
Yeah, he's going to be gone, bro. But the thing about Tottenham's board, they stick with their manager for a while, unlike other people. So they may give him a chance to redeem himself, but not right now.
I feel like really down, deflated now. Looking at the numbers, the table, we had a really good shot to try to push City. You remember that season? Was it 17-18? That it was us and City, and we could have won it, and we just bottled it.
Yeah.
Was that the Mourinho season?
I think it was the Mourinho season.
Where we beat them at the Etihad, and then we just lost to West Brom or some team like that at home.
Oh, West Brom! At home!
We're away this time. We're away this time.
We're away this time.
It's not written in the stars.
Yeah,
Jeez.
but that time it was just like, come on, man. We had the chance. But then again, Mourinho was playing some dead football, bro, at that time. We
were winning 4-0 in that season.
I know. That season, don't get me wrong, that season he was actually, I felt like if we gave him his chance, maybe he would have done something different. But we didn't really, we kind of got rid of him, and he's been the most successful manager out of everyone we've actually got. Even though he played dead ball, he did win a trophy. He did bring silverware back to Manchester. Shout out to that, but
didn't he get 2 cups?
Yeah, he won 2 cups. I swear he got FA Cup, right?
Yeah, against Palace.
Yeah, then he got the Euros.
No, that was Van Gaal.
Or was that Van Gaal?
Van Gaal won the FA Cup and got fired the next day.
Yeah,
Bastards.
yeah.
Mourinho got us Europa and Carabao Cup.
Carabao Cup,
They
and
got
no
final
other
ten.
manager has done that yet. But Ollie looks like maybe he's gonna go FA Cup semi-final and bottle it again.
And yeah,
God forbid, but I
The
think
semi-final.
hey, you can't lose a final if you don't get there.
Big boy moves.
Get there. I say if Ollie gets to a final, I'll give him a gold sticker.
No,
If
man.
he wins the final, we'll give
If
him
he
a gold
wins the
sticker.
yeah.
Nah,
If he gets
bro,
the final
for the
ball,
attempt,
why
yeah.
give him a gold sticker
No,
for
not
getting to a
yet.
final?
He's not evil Knievel, okay?
If I ever get to a final, you guys are wanting to win it, bro. I'm just saying, if he gets there, I'll
Tyrone,
give him
you're
one.
acting shocked is because we want to win a final. We're Manchester United.
I know, but
Like
with Ollie doesn't like
we
finals.
should be in basically every final going every season,
I
but
know,
instead
but-
we're having to deal with these scrub players, these scrub managers,
Yeah.
running on fumes, tossing games because I don't feel like I should win this one, so I'm just not going to win it.
But Ollie doesn't like finals, bro. We all know that. He don't like the finals, man.
He's won his
Hey,
finals.
Hey,
The
man.
99 treble.
Hey, man.
He
He
knows
likes
what
it.
it means. He just can't do
He
it as a
knows
manager.
what it means, but as a manager, he doesn't want to go there. I guess so. Because every time he gives a semi-final, he just throws it in the bin. It's like, imagine if he went to... Look, I would rather him go to all those finals and win like 2 of them and lose 2. Than
Of
all
course
this.
you would.
Yeah,
We would
of
have won
course.
I mean,
cups.
yeah,
I
that's
know.
a-
Instead of
That's
going...
how that
bit of a
works.
redundant
Every
statement
time
there.
people are like, "Oh, Man United do so good. They go to the semi-final, then they just throw it away." Like, I don't want to hear that anymore.
Who's saying that?
But it's true.
Everyone's
Yeah.
saying, United's so shit because they get to the semi-final and throw it. They've done like, was it 4 or 5 semi-finals in a row now? And they're like, nah, this ain't for me, Chief.
Yeah.
Oh, like,
People say that about Tottenham because that's their level. Well done. They've got to another final. Well done. They've got to a semi-final. When it comes to us, they're dead. Why are they getting bottled out of semi-finals again?
Not even that. Like, we didn't even make it out of the group stage in Europe. Like, who are we? Are we essentially Arsenal right now? Like, what is this?
Ollie Chester,
Yeah.
bro.
I don't know about that, man. They've got mid-table woes.
Ollie Chester United. That's what we are right now, bro. We don't go finals. You know, that's our little word underneath our badge. That's Ollie Chester. You know, we don't do finals.
Well, we'll end it there. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at Red Devils Advoc and Instagram RD Advocate, where you can let us know your thoughts about our team this week and how well you think we'll do the next week. Do you think the FA Cup is in the cards, or will we bottle it once again? Thank you for everyone who has tuned in, but we must ask you all to take care of yourselves and your loved ones. Stay safe, and we'll see you on the next podcast.